I thought I knew the people I trusted most. I thought I was untouchable in a life I'd fought tooth and nail to build. But one wedding, one woman, one whispered insult threatened to unravel everything. And as I sat there, heart racing, watching the world I'd built teeter on the edge, I realized sometimes the people who claim to love you are the ones who can destroy you, and the shadows of betrayal are closer than you think. I never imagined that a single day could unravel everything I had built. My name is Aria Montgomery, and I am a 32-year-old entrepreneur running EvolveTech, a company dedicated to adaptive technology, wheelchairs, prosthetics, devices that give people like me the chance to live life on their terms. I've been in a wheelchair since childhood, born with a spinal condition that made walking impossible. But my mind, my determination, was always intact, a superpower no one could take away. I grew up in a quiet suburb outside Portland, Oregon, where streets were lined with maples and the air carried the faint scent of pine and rain. The world wasn't always kind to those who looked different. Children would stare, whisper, and sometimes outright mock me. Yet my family had been my fortress. My parents, gone in a tragic car accident when I was 9, poured every ounce of love into me. I remember evenings at the kitchen table, my mother patiently guiding me through math problems, my father insisting that I could accomplish anything if I refused to be defined by others. After their death, my older brother, Landon, became my anchor. 5 years older, he became my protector, my shadow, my unyielding support. I remember nights spent on the porch of our foster home, staring at the Pacific skies, promising each other that we'd survive and thrive, no matter the obstacles. Landon would sneak me extra cookies, hiding them behind his back as our foster mother scolded him. I tried to make him laugh with silly stories to chase away the sadness in his eyes. He had a teenage life full of freedom and friends, yet he gave it all up to ensure I was safe, happy, and seen. School became my proving ground. I excelled in every subject, earning scholarships, and eventually studying engineering at the Oregon Institute of Technology. I poured myself into EvolveTech, starting from a modest downtown office. We built lightweight wheelchairs, smart prosthetics, and devices that gave mobility to people who had been told they couldn't walk again. Today, the company spans continents, and our revenue exceeds hundreds of millions. But even with success, insecurities lingered. Boardrooms can be brutal, and I knew the stares, the subtle doubts, were not just about my ideas, but about the chair I relied on. One morning, sunlight spilling across my office, my phone buzzed. It was Landon. His voice, usually confident and teasing, carried a hint of nervous excitement. "Aria, I have news," he said. I braced myself. "I'm getting married." My heart leapt. Landon, my protector, had found someone. He spoke of Vivian Harper, a poised, intelligent marketing executive he'd met through work. "She's incredible, Aria. Smart, grounded, someone I want in my life," he said. I hadn't met her yet, but his excitement was contagious. The wedding was set at a luxurious waterfront estate a few hours from Portland. Despite my packed schedule, I promised him I'd be there. Later, my assistant Tessa, Lane, beamed at me. "Your brother's tying the knot. That's huge." I nodded, but a knot formed in my stomach. Landon deserved happiness, but a quiet voice of doubt whispered, would Vivian accept me? Could she see past my wheelchair, past the life I'd fought to build? I pushed the thought aside. This day was about Landon, not me. The weeks leading to the wedding blurred into a whirlwind. EvolveTech was launching a revolutionary line of smart mobility devices, and I was buried in preparation. Yet every free moment, my mind wandered to the wedding, to meeting Vivian, to ensuring Landon's day was perfect. One afternoon, stuck in traffic along the Willamette Expressway, Landon called. "You're still coming, right?" His tone was teasing, like old times. "Wouldn't miss it for the world," I replied. He described Vivian's meticulous planning, floral arrangements, menus, every detail orchestrated to perfection. I smiled, imagining Landon grinning like the kid who once hid cookies behind his back for me. Yet I had never met her. My curiosity wrestled with unease. I decided on a gift, something meaningful, not extravagant. Landon didn't need money, but I wanted a gesture reflecting both his passion and my commitment to his happiness. After careful thought, I made a $100,000 donation in their names to a renewable energy initiative Vivian admired and commissioned a custom sculpture for their home. A flicker of worry passed through me. Would she see it as genuine or assume I was flaunting wealth? I shook off the doubt. This day was about Landon, not me. The night before the wedding, I lay in my apartment overlooking Portland's waterfront, restless. I pictured the grand estate, its glass walls reflecting the river, the soft melodies of a string quartet drifting across the lawn. I'd attended high-profile events before, rolling in with confidence despite the stares or whispers, but this was different. This was family. I wanted Vivian to see me as Landon's sister, not just the woman in the wheelchair. By the time I arrived at the estate, my nerves buzzed beneath my skin. I wore a deep emerald dress, my hair swept up to show the earrings Landon had given me years ago. The river shimmered behind the estate, the scent of flowers and fresh air filling my senses. I rolled toward the entrance, gift in hand, ready to celebrate. Then a sharp voice cut through the gentle hum of guests. "Excuse me, can you wait?" I turned, and there she was, Vivian. Her gaze, sharp and cold, locked onto my wheelchair as if it were a blemish. My chest tightened. This wasn't the warm welcome I'd hoped for. "You're Landon's sister," she said, lips tight. "I wasn't told about you." I forced a smile, extending my hand.
"Arya."
"Nice to meet you." Her eyes flicked to my chair and recoiled as if I were contagious.
"This is my day," she said.
"Do you realize how this looks?" I took a deep breath. "I'm here for Landon. I brought a gift in your honor." I gestured to the envelope in my lap. Vivian laughed, a brittle, cold sound. "A gift from you? What, like a few bucks you scraped together? Landon's carried you your whole life, hasn't he?" Pain shot through me, old wounds reopening, but I straightened. "It's $100,000. A donation to a charity you both value. And I don't lean on him. I run EvolveTech. Our company's revenue last year exceeded $500 million. For a brief second, her mouth opened, stunned. Then her mask hardened. "You expect me to believe that? Someone like you running a company? You're an embarrassment." My hands trembled with fury, but I swallowed it. I thought of Landon, of his joy, of this day he dreamed of, and I refused to ruin it. "If that's what you want, I'll leave," I said quietly. "But the gift stays with Landon." Her hand snatched at the envelope. "Oh no. If it's $100,000, I'm keeping it. You probably stole it from him anyway." My chest tightened. Stole it? I earned every cent. Yet I stayed silent, refusing to give her the satisfaction of seeing me rattle. A booming voice cut through the tension. "Arya, what's happening?" Landon stood there, his face a mix of shock and fury. His presence was a shield I didn't realize I needed. "She told me to leave," I whispered. His eyes blazed. "She said what?" Vivian stammered. "It's not what you think." I was just surprised. Surprised? Landon's voice thundered. "You called my sister an embarrassment?" I felt tears prick my eyes. "It's your day. I don't want to cause a scene." "No," he said fiercely. "You've been through more than anyone could understand. I won't let her disrespect you." Another voice joined, the calm, steady tone of Grayson Cole, my boyfriend and CEO of a partner tech firm. "I've heard enough. Vivian, your behavior is unacceptable. Our companies value respect and inclusion. You just insulted my fiancé and one of our biggest partners." Landon blinked. "Fiancé?" I nodded. "We've been together for a while. I was going to tell you after the wedding." Grayson's gaze never wavered. "Your remarks aren't just personal. They're a liability. You're terminated, effective immediately." Vivian's confidence faltered. "You can't. I'm marrying Landon." "No," Landon snapped. "Not if you disrespect my family. Arya has been my anchor, my heart. And you dare call her an embarrassment?" I reached for his hand, my throat tight. "You don't have to do this for me." "Yes, I do," he said, gripping mine. Vivian's pleas fell flat. Grayson continued, You're also responsible for all wedding expenses. Every last one. Her face drained of color. The white dress, the grand estate, everything she'd dreamed of crumbled. I sat, heart racing, as Landon's hand rested on my shoulder. Grayson, beside me, exuded calm strength. The guests murmured, oblivious to the drama. Then Landon's grin returned. Let's turn this day around. Within hours, the estate transformed. Tables were rearranged, a band played, and familiar faces from both companies filled the space. A surprise engagement celebration for Grayson and me. He took my hand, voice soft. I was going to propose quietly, but this feels right. He dropped to one knee. Arya, you're the strongest, smartest person I know. Will you marry me? Tears spilled as I nodded. The crowd erupted. Landon hugged us both. The following days revealed Vivian's downfall, fired, burdened with debts, scrambling to cover her mistakes. I felt a fleeting pity, tempered by the sting of her words. Judgment has consequences. Grayson suggested a visit that left me breathless. Let's go see your parents' grave together. I want to understand everything that shaped you and Landon. Landon agreed, misty-eyed but smiling. Standing together at the cemetery outside Portland, the love of those we lost seemed present, guiding us still. That night, overlooking the city with Grayson beside me, peace and gratitude washed over me. Yet beneath it, a quiet pulse of unease lingered, an unshakable sense that someone, or something, was still watching. Because in life, triumph always carries shadows, and suspense has a way of creeping back when least expected.